beautiful spring, summer morning. Gorgeous. Welcome to Utah. No. I guess if we can't get rain, we'll get frozen rain. One or the other. But no, it's a beautiful morning because this event is going on. It's beautiful because you're here, and I'm excited about what's going to transpire this weekend. So welcome everybody. Thanks for being here. And as you saw on that video, we've done a summit before, but this summit is a lot different than anything in the past. In fact, this event is a lot different than any one we've ever done in the past. And as you can see, we're still in a nice place. We still are doing something together, but we have people scattered all across the globe. We have thousands of people that are joining us. We have people right now that are in Asia that are staying up past midnight. Their sessions are past midnight so that they can be a part of this. We have people in Europe being a part of this. Let's give them a round of applause, right? But we have thousands of like-minded individuals sitting in rooms all across the globe coming to Summit together. And that's pretty inspirational. And so I want to kind of give a shout out to some of our different groups that we have. As you can see, we have West Malaysia. Can we say hi to West Malaysia? How about Rin Philippines? Let's say hi to everybody in the Philippines. We've got a great group in the Ukraine. How's everybody doing in the Ukraine? Thank you, everybody. Hello. Let's say hi and give a shout out to everybody in Russia. And you know, Malaysia's got two areas. There's an ocean in between. We said hi to West Malaysia. Let's say hi to East Malaysia. East Malaysia. Okay, let's see who else we got here. We got so many places. Who do we have next? Let's go to the next page. I don't want to miss anybody. Okay, where are we at? Hi to Russia. Where's some of our African friends? Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay, is that Berlin right there? Is that Berlin? Hello, Berlin! Thanks, everybody. We also have, we got, okay, oh, there's one of our diamonds, Julia in Singapore. Let's say hi to Singapore, everybody. And it looks like, I know we got Ketch there. Ketch is representing Taiwan. I don't know if we got video up there or not, but let's just say hi to Ketch and the group in Taiwan. Hello. And then we have Trudy, and Trudy's up in Hong Kong with that group. So I don't know if we have a video there or not, but let's say hi to everybody in Hong Kong there. There's Calvin right there. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, let's see. And I know we also have some groups all across Africa. So let's see. Do we have those on? Are those on here? We're able to tie into that yet? Okay, maybe not. They're all getting online. The beautiful thing is, I know that there's multiple events going on right now in Nigeria. I know that there's an event going on in Durban, South Africa. I know there's an event going on. So we don't even have everybody tied in yet. But as you can see, this really is a global opportunity. This really is a global impact. And so what you guys are doing and what you're going to experience the next couple of days, everybody else is going to experience as well. So I want you to know that when you're out there doing what we do, you're not alone. Not only do you have support of your team, not only do you have support from the company, but you've got support from tens of thousands of Rin partners that are like-minded like you are all across the globe. So once again, thanks for being here this morning, guys. Let's give yourselves a round of applause. Everybody else. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to stand on this thing. I move too much, so we'll see if I can do it or not. But I really, like I said, this is kind of a historic event. If you remember, it was, what, 2 years ago when we were in the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas? Yeah, remember that? That was a good event. And just so you guys know, most of the time on these events, as you can imagine, these venues, our goal isn't necessarily to make money. Our goal is to use this as a tool and a platform to help inspire and teach and train, because we know if we invest into you, as you're investing into yourself, it comes back 100-fold. Not just for your business, but for Rain and for what we're trying to accomplish. But to kind of give you an idea, I mean, even after all expenses at that Cosmopolitan event, it was probably about $1 million that it cost the company. Okay, it was $1 million. It was great. We had an awesome, amazing screen. Remember all those TV screens? It was an amazing experience, Remember the rain waterfall? Remember all those things that we had? Which were pretty cool and pretty neat. But at the same time, as we were kind of expanding, and even at that event, I don't know if you guys remember, if you know, that more than half the people that registered for that event could not get a visa to come to the United States. So, us being a global company like we are, we knew that there was a different way that we needed to do this, and then there was a different way we needed to allocate our funds, and there was also a different way that we needed to use those. So some of that's fun and nice, but as you saw in that video, what our goal is and what we want to do is we want to impact more. And if we have an extra $1 million, let's bless more people's lives, including yours, right? So we're going to do something a little bit different, like we're doing right now, because we want to impact as many people as we can. And like you saw, we had a lot of groups there, but there was a lot of groups that maybe you didn't get to see yet, but there are groups all over the place that we'll, I'm sure, get a chance to see over the weekend. So really quick, as we're going through and we're getting started, what is the state of Rain? Where is Rain? Now, just like life, as we grow, here's one of those things. As you experience things in life, you really start to learn what you like, what you don't like. You get to learn what is good, what is bad. You get to learn from the positive and the negative. And I think that any time in life, and I want you to think of maybe even in your journey in Rain, I'm going to walk around, your journey in Rain, that is anytime your convictions, anytime your belief gets tested, you have a chance to either stand up and that belief becomes stronger and your vision becomes clear. Because as we go through life and as we go through things and we see expansion and we see obstacles and we see all those things, that clarity becomes even more clear. And the thing that I love about Rain is we've always had our eye on that big picture of impacting the world and changing the world. Our goal has always been to try to come in contact with somebody and have their life better because they came in contact with Rain, no matter what it is. That's what gets me out of bed in the morning. That's what gets me on planes in the morning. That's what gets me up day after day, even though the body might be weak and exhausted from getting off of another 20-something hour flight, and then going doing meetings and getting on another flight for another 14 hours and then doing that and you don't know what time zone you're in. The reason that we do that is because, you can see me now? Yeah. No, in the dark. But you can see me there. No, but the reason that we do it is because of wanting to make an impact. And I'm telling you what, with the experience of being in Uganda, as you're going to hear a little bit more about this weekend, and actually seeing what we're doing and the impact that we're making, and that's just one of the places, it was life-changing. I mean, it was really life-changing. When we went out there and we went to try to find some of the disabled children that were outcasts and try to let them know that we were building a school that they could come participate in. I mean, there were times that we would get into that van after being in that situation, and there's just silence. I mean, what do you say? When you see that and you experience that, it's life-changing. And to know that little amounts in those areas, if you can find a job, they work 12, 14, 16 hours a day for $1. For $1. And so if they work all month, they might get $30 if they worked every day. And just to see the impact that we're making, when you think of a quarter of 25 cents that we've been donating on every product, And so every 4 boxes, we got a daily wage for somebody. And we can go into that community and we can change lives and change generations. You know, I know that our vision has been clear, but I think experiencing that firsthand and actually being in that situation, I know it's changed me forever. I know that that's not the only place. I know that there's probably even places in the United States where we have people that need help. We know that, right? We all have places we can focus on and help and serve. But as we're looking at the 30+ markets that we're in, and that we're going to continue to go in, I don't just want to do that in Uganda, guys. I want to do that everywhere we go. I want to make sure that every community that we're in, we can impact people. And we're making money as a company, and we're growing, so why don't we just make sure that we focus even more on doing that? And I think that that's one of the things that has brought clarity to me as we've gone through the path that has gotten us here, of what we should be doing and what we need to be doing, and I think what really adds value. Because we all know that, money isn't everything, but it's what you do with it. Because I can tell you what, you go talk to a community and you go talk to a family and tell somebody that money doesn't mean anything when $5 means that they can eat. It does mean everything. It does. You know, when I talk to people that say, well, I don't need any more money. I don't need any more money. I'm fine. You know, sometimes I just want to scream. Because it's like, you know what? Okay, maybe you don't need any more money, but do you know that one child is dying of starvation every 6 seconds in the world? And they don't have the opportunities that we have. So maybe you don't need any more money, but others do. And they don't have the opportunities we do. So what we should do with the opportunity is bless others that don't have a chance, right? That's what I do. Who's with me on that? And then the other thing that I thought, what is a better platform for us to be able to impact people's lives like we're trying to than this industry? Where we can touch markets like this. I mean, in your normal 9 to 5, if you're not doing this full time, or what you've done in the past, do you have the opportunity like we have in this to impact people's lives like we can? To change people's lives for generations. To literally put places on the map and build up communities. And we don't. We have the opportunity, because of this platform, to offer real freedom to people. And as you know, that's one of my mantras. I'm all about freedom. And so as we continue to expand in the 30+ countries, and we get bigger and bigger and do that, our impact as we get this clarity, and as you're going to see through the weekend, you know, after experiencing these things, having some of the things that we've overcome the last little bit, things that we've been moving forward with, you know, I just, with the team, said, guys, we got to get to a point where there's nothing that we do in Rain unless it benefits somebody else that doesn't even know who we are. Okay? We can't do anything. We shouldn't do anything. It's got to be a byproduct of every single thing that we do. And I think that you're going to love what we're going to share with you this weekend, because that's our goal, and that's what we're striving to do. And we've done a lot, but what we're going to do is going to be nothing. I mean, what we've done is nothing in comparison to what we're going to do. And that really, really excites me. Because when we can make it, because here's what I believe. Here's what I believe. As I talk to charities, as we go out and talk to other organizations and stuff, do you want to know what every charity or every group says? They say, we would do more if we had more. Right? If we had more, we could do more. But they can't do it because they don't have it. And so we have a platform where we can create that. And we can do those types of things. So what really excites me is really what we're going to be able to do. The 300,000 trees, this is just one of the things that we've done. There's a lot of problems in the world. And I'm not a doom and gloom guy, if you guys know me. I'm not a doom and gloom guy. Yeah, I don't like to just talk about all the negative. But we know there's deforestation going on. We know that the oceans are getting polluted. We know that there's trash all over the place. We know that our air and water is not clean. We know that people are starving. We know that people are sick. We know all these things are happening. But do you know what I believe? I believe that if you can put money behind any global problem, it can be fixed. Right? If you put money behind any problem, it can be fixed. You just need to have the resources. We just need to have the resources. And the problem with the charity is not set up to be able to self-fund, right? A charity can't do that, but a business like ours can. What we're doing can. And when it's not just a byproduct, but it's a focus, and we not only focus on it, but by doing it, we're not saying, hey, buy this thing that doesn't matter, and we'll donate this, or buy this thing that doesn't really matter. It's not a marketing ploy. At the same time, what we're doing is we're blessing people's lives with what we're doing, our platform. Okay? And when we're doing everything for a purpose, which we're setting people free from with our opportunity, we're setting people free from what we're trying to accomplish with our products, and then we're setting people free with the charity work that we do and giving back. See, that's kind of how it's gone, right? We focus on the product, and then how you get your product for free, and then how you can help others do that. And by the way, we have this charity. We need to flip that around. It needs to be flipped around. Okay, where we need to offer the 3 freedoms. And we've been talking about this, and you're going to hear a lot more about this in our presentations and stuff. The first thing that we should do if we want to receive is what? Give. Isn't that a law, a universal principle? Okay, so what do we need to do if we're talking about freedom if we want it? Give it. We got to give freedom to people. And then as we get freedom, and that's kind of the G for freedom, the three different freedoms I'm going to talk about. Once we can give the freedom, then what can we do? We can receive that freedom. And then once we receive that freedom, and I'm standing on a little bit higher ground, what can I do? I can help others do the same, right? Right. That's what we can do. And that's what we've been doing. But I think the clarity that we have now on what we need to do and how we need to do it has gotten even clearer. And it's not, like I said, it's not marketing. It's not one of those things. It's really who we are. As you notice, you're going to see some footage over the next couple of weeks. And it's not about me, because I love to be, and I want you guys to be able to experience this stuff. Guys, this is not stock footage that we went and had somebody else just get for us. Right? It's not something that we just teamed up with a group and said, hey, can you get a picture of, here, we'll send you some product. Can you get a picture of some of these kids eating it? You know, that's not what we are there. We're going to be hands-on. And I want you to be able to have that same opportunity. Who'd like to have that same opportunity? To be hands-on. So that's the goal. So here's what's happened. You guys have seen we've donated product. You guys know that we built houses in Eastern Europe. Actually, it was a house. We built a house in Eastern Europe. We've donated a lot of product. We've planted fields, obviously trees. We've got the workshop that you're going to see more about. We've got the disability center going. We've got a library going. You know, when we were in Uganda, we went and met with the mayor and the city council, and they basically they're giving us a part of their city building, and they're giving us 5 employees that they're going to fund from the city to run a library, because they know they should probably have one anyway, right? And then while we build our library, they're going to just allow us to use that. And it's going to be a learning center as well. It's pretty neat to see these kids just look through these books like they've never seen pictures. Pretty powerful. So we've done a lot of things out there. What we're doing is we want our message to be even more clean, precise, and simple. Okay, as you know my thing, I never say easy, right? Simple. So the back office that we're putting together, and you're going to be able to see it, okay, we're not going to launch it until it is perfect. It is going to be amazing. We've been investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in it, and it's going to do things that we haven't been able to do so far. It's going to allow us to impact the globe a lot better than we've ever been able to do that. All right, so we're doing that right now, and with the app, and with everything that we can do online, because like I said, I go into those places, they don't have running water, they don't have electricity, but you want to know what they have? They have a cell phone, they don't have electricity, so what do? They buy these little solar units so they can charge their cell phones. In fact, some of them even use that as a business, or you can pay someone to let them charge your phone for you. because they got to have their phones. So here's the thing. If we're not focused on making sure every single thing we do can be done on that phone, guys, we're going to miss it. Because, I don't know, I'm in Eastern Europe. Now, the wall came down in 89, right? Wall came down, the Iron Curtain came down in 89. So they were a little bit behind as far as, like right here, we still write checks, right? We can still write a check in the United States. Well, they hadn't got to that point yet. So since they were a little bit back, they just skipped it. They didn't go do checks. What did they do? They went right to credit cards and debit cards and digital and stuff. They just skipped that. When all these emerging markets, do you think they're going to just focus on, desktop computers and laptop computers? And no. When billions of people get connected to the internet in the next 10 years, they say 2 billion more people are going to be connected to the internet in the next 10 to 15 years that are not connected today. 2 billion. How are they going to be connected? Smartphones. You're going to give them a computer, they're not going to know what to do with it. But they can go, they'll know how to run that stuff all day long, right? So where do we need to live? What do we need to do? What is every single thing that we need to focus on as we're moving forward to have a global business? Where should it be able to live? It needs to live there. So that we're ready for this. That's where it's going. Whether we like it or not, that's where it's going. Because all these emerging markets, they're going to skip the other things. They're going to go straight to the smartphone. Plus, it's going to be cheaper for a lot of them. They can get a smartphone for a lot cheaper than they can get a desktop, right? And they can use it for phone calls. So I want you to see that this thing is not going to stop. You're going to be hearing from us about updates. You're going to be hearing from us about enhancements that we're doing to this constantly, because we're going to get it there. In fact, we're going to do things, and we're doing things that the industry just has never seen. And so I'm really excited about this, because this is not just something that you're going to hear about it tonight. We actually have someone that we brought in who's done a lot of the coding that's going to talk about some of the enhancements this weekend. But it's not going to just stop with what we talk about. I want you to focus on what we have that's new, because it's exciting, but guys, we're not stopping there. This is going to get ridiculous, what we're going to be able to do with this stuff, and where our vision is. So hopefully you can see that here's to giving back differently. And you're going to understand what I mean by the time this weekend is done. And you're going to get it, and I think that you're going to not only get it, but we're going to be able to, as we roll all this new stuff out, get to a point where you can track that. That's what's going to be in all the new software, the new back office, where you can see the impact you are having and your team is having. Every time a box is sold, every time something gets donated, anytime something. How would you like to know how much you've done? The difference that you've made. And it's a little bit different now when I look at that Musana jewelry. You know how you have the picture of the people's faces? I met them all. I know it's a little bit different. We're like, oh yeah, I've been in her house. I met her kids. And you can see that even though they come from humble backgrounds, what was pretty amazing to see is all the people all these women that were working for Musana, as we toured around the city, their houses were better. Their kids were better clothed. Their kids were fed. Their kids were going to school. Do you know that every single person that works for Musana, we pay for their kids to go to school? Yeah. Like I said, even though their house was still pretty humble, you could still see a difference that they were making. And you can see how this community, these women, had just rallied around each other and what they were doing. I think you're going to hear more of that too as we get some of the representation from Musana that's going to be here this weekend to talk about some of this stuff. But this is it. 2018 is where we take it up a notch and we make a difference. We're going to make a bigger impact, I believe, in months than we've made in the last 6 years. As we implement a lot of these things we're going to implement. In months, we're going to make the same impact that we've made in years. And so as we grow and get to 100 million in sales, and 200, and 300, and 400, and get to $500 million and then $1 billion, I mean, I want to put countries on the map. I want to put countries on the map, right? And make a difference. And here's the thing that I love about and I love about Rain, is we attract those kind of people. Because you are that kind of tribe, right? This is the tribe that would do this. There's a lot of companies in this space, and I'm not talking negative about anybody, but that's not their tribe. Right? That's not their tribe. But that's who Rin is. And those are the people that we attract, and that's why I think a lot of this stuff that you're seeing and you're going to hear resonates with you, because that's why you were brought to Rin anyway. Because you wanted to make a difference and you wanted to make an impact. So, I'm excited about this weekend. The social impact that we're making right now is just going to magnify drastically, which, like I said, fires me up, especially as we've seen, what that can mean for people in the world and what that can mean for people even in our backyards in the future. So thank you guys, because this isn't me. This isn't me standing up here and saying, look what I've done. And Daniel has the footage. I don't know if he ever cut it, but every time I talk to the group, and when we did the ribbon cutting, and what we did is we brought gifts for all the families. So at the very end, we got out the gifts for the families and for their kids and stuff like that. But what we told them is like, this isn't me. This isn't me. I'm representing tens of thousands of people that did this for you guys. It's not Byron. It's you. It's all of us that are doing it. But when we do it together, like I say, you get a group of like-minded individuals like we have, not just sitting in this room, but sitting in 15 other locations like this, focused on same type of causes. I mean, what can't we do? So, guys, I'm excited for the weekend. I'm excited for these enhancements and changes. I'm excited for where we're going. And I just feel blessed to be a part of it, and blessed to know you, and blessed to be able to know that when we put our heads on our pillow every night, somebody's life is going to be benefited that you didn't even know. Somebody new on a daily basis. That's our goal. So thanks so much, guys. We're going to have a great weekend. Let's get this thing started. Thank you.